What is going on, everyone? This is Dylan from WeTheCoasters, and we are back at Universal Orlando Resort for WeTheCoasters Journeys Day 1. Kyle, you finally made it.
Yeah. And,
again.
Boy, it's been quite the last 12 to 18 hours, I will say.
Not just that, but even from the last Universal trip, 8 months.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting. Like yesterday was just interesting.
It's supposed to be a chill day. So
at first it rained a bit, quite a bit. And then his end, oh boy, gets an ear infection.
I felt a bunch of discomfort in my right ear for most of the day.
Yeah. And
we were having dinner, and that's when it really hit me around 7, 8 o'clock. It just got really bad.
Oh yeah. A big shout out, by the way, to CVS. They came clutch.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually had to go to the ER because we couldn't find any urgent care that was open. And that's when I was diagnosed with the ear infection.
Yeah.
Then we drive along trying to find a pharmacy that's open at like, what, 10, 11 o'clock, whatever time it was.
CVS like, yeah, we got
God bless CVS. So they came through for...
Yeah, no kidding.
Got me some antibiotics. So right now it's tolerable. If my ear stays like this the rest of the day, that should be fine.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now, the other part I do want to mention, of course, that while we're here at Universal Orlando, it is early May on a Sunday that we are here. We have done pretty much all the bigger stuff. I know we technically also had never done any of the Seuss Landing stuff because, you know, that's normally for families and all that.
There's only one ride that I didn't get to do. And
yes.
Speaking of family.
Yes. And that's why I said technically there's that, but also the one ride at Studios too, and it's Fast and Furious Supercharged, which I know when last time you were here, they didn't announce anything. And then literally, what was it, like towards the end of the year, they make the announcement Supercharged is closing, and they're putting a Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, which is right over there with the construction. Don't worry, we'll show some progress of that a little later on. And
another thing that I was able to do, I don't know how, you probably can't see it well through this thing, but I am now an official passport for Universal.
Well, the reason why is very simple. He's going to be here for 2 days today, and then Volcano Bay we're doing Tuesday, which we won't do any videos of that, but we're going to be doing, typical stuff right there. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see a few stories from there. But also, he will be back in November.
Hopefully, yes, as long as there's no crap that went down last fall. I was wanting to come down there last fall, but
yeah. Mainly for the app and stuff.
A lot of
that
stuff going on with airports during that time. I didn't want to deal with that mess, so.
Yeah, so that's why we're here right now and getting ready to have a good time. Park hours right now, Allen's Adventure is open from 9 to 8. Early park admission is going on right now. It's a little after 8 o'clock right now. And then the park will be open from there. Universal Studios will be open from 10 to 9. I have a feeling probably because also it's today's Sunday. A lot of people are going to be over here. They're going to do all the really cool stuff. If you could tell also right now, it is a little gloomy outside. It looked like it's going to rain, but it's probably just all scare clouds. It's going to be like that the whole day. It's going to be a high of 80, so...
Which is going to feel wonderful here in Florida.
Yeah, especially how, some of the trips that, he's been here to Florida, he's just been getting absolutely spanked by the heat out there. Literally. So, I'm very excited to be back here. Kyle, you ready?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Guess what, Kyle? You want to know the best part is? We didn't have to wait much. The pass holder entrance was open.
Yes.
It's hidden in the corner, so that way all the non-pass holders have to wait in that line. No thank you. So, you know what? We're here in early entry. Why not go to Hagrid's? Let's hope we beat the crowd there. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, right? Let's go. So there is another unique little situation that's going on here. Now, of course, again, we are in early May. I believe it's May 3rd, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So there's a little bit of an interesting thing that's going on rather something very uniquely different. Now, Kyle, the Lost Continent is still somewhat open, but for how long, I'm not too certain. But I'm curious to know if we may see some deconstruction of the Sinbad Theater, because they did remove the gas lines from behind the building. We could see that happen. I don't know. I'm actually hoping we do. The one time I'm hoping to see some deconstruction, that would be today or tomorrow. Either one.
You got lucky before with sand serpent, so.
So it is very possible. All the gas lines, I believe, have been cleared from what I've last seen. And, the major building, it's only a matter of time. So obviously we're gonna be doing some rides, but you know, every now and then we'll probably check out the building to see if it gets knocked down, because you know, we'll see how it goes from there. So yeah, man. Hopefully Hagrid's is not a nightmare though. Hagrid's. I think we kind of got stuck in that, like, we should have been went to WeTheCoasters instead, but you know what? We got on the ride, better now than never. So when we went on, it was 165 minutes and went down to 120, but you know what? We still got on the ride. What'd you think though?
Fun ride. I enjoy it. I really do. It's just, I don't think it needs the line that it gets, but other than the wait, it's an excellent ride.
It is. I think, like, the weird thing I've always said about Hagrid's is, like, it's one of those really good rides, and, like, if it didn't replace a certain other attraction, maybe it wouldn't be in that, like, weird position as is, but it's still a good ride. It unfortunately replaced Dueling Dragons, which I get even towards the end of that lifespan it was rough, but still Dueling Dragons, come on. Oh, yeah. Being a inverts.
A dueling invert, for goodness sake, come on.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So, now that we got the crazy stuff out of the way, we're gonna head over to Forbidden Journey next. Looks like it jumped up to I believe it says a 25-minute wait. The angle of, like, the way how they position the numbers is a little off, and yep, that is indeed the case, but the line will be moving, so I'm not too worried, and we can get on the ride. But speaking of Forbidden Journey, look at the castle. So a lot of work has been done since last time I was here. And it looks like a lot of the covering is off, but there's still a little bit of work left to do. It's just within this direction over here, but I can tell they've done a very excellent job on restoring the castle here. First time they've done that ever since, well, it opened in 2010.
Wow.
So 16 years, so not bad, Universal, but I'd work on that inside though. That definitely needs some work, especially mainly the ride. All right, let's go put my camera and the drink in the locker and we'll hop on. Now, one attraction that will not be open for today and technically tomorrow's here for this trip is Jurassic Park River Adventure over here, and that's going on for a nearly year-long refurbishment. Now, Kyle, thankfully you got to ride it in August, which was a great ride.
Yes, I absolutely love this ride, so that is disappointing not to be able to do it this time around.
But it needs a lot of TLC.
Yes, definitely.
It does, so it's really coming in handy. And oh wow, this is new. They definitely are working on the scrim of the Jurassic Outfitters place.
T-Rex Chase photo experience.
Yeah, over by the exit of River Adventure, they have a brand new photo op over here, which is the experience over here. It's looking like, from what I'm seeing on River Adventure, they're definitely doing some work all around the front area of where the drop is, but a lot more area on the rock work over here. Now, from what we are aware of, some of the bigger things that they're doing around here include the fact that they are working on, like, the track
Things for kids
overall, like all around the land. They're supposed to be getting, like, updated animatronics. I've heard, like, they're doing a whole lot of stuff. A new PLC.
I hope we're getting updated animatronics.
That's the one thing I feel like a lot of people are hoping. The upgradable PLC also will really be huge, because I know, like, there's been times, like, even before the breakdown, like before this closed down, it was breaking a lot, man. So
keep the camera on here. There's something I want to show you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The other part that's new. That, well, I shouldn't say new, but like,
it's been gone. It wasn't here when I was here.
Yeah, and I think it came back, like, let's see, we're in May. I want to say 3 months ago. Ford Explorer's back.
Yeah. This is the. Wait till these people get out of the way here.
Wait. I guess you can explain it real quick for the time being.
This right here, of course, this is the iconic Ford Explorer from the first Jurassic Park movie. If you remember, this was the tour vehicle. It was a self-driving vehicle.
Yeah.
And then right behind it, you got Rexy right there. She absolutely obliterated one of them when we first see her in the movie.
And to be fair, when I first think of a Jurassic Park vehicle, this is probably the first one I think of in mind. Like, no disrespect with the people who like the Jeep. It's cool, but this is the first thing I'm thinking of. Yeah, the Ford Explorer is just too iconic of it.
Love the color scheme right there.
Hey man, the 90s were a different time, right?
Let's see if I could look in there, see if I could see any Easter eggs. I don't
know if there is any, but I mean, they do have the windows very tinted, so I mean, it's hard to really see. But I mean, if Kyle can point out off the camera, we'll let you know in a second or two. So as we enter Toon Lagoon, the weather right now is in the 70s, soon to be a high of 80 later on in the day.
Which feels really good right now.
And compared to, like, the days we've been in the parks in the past, this feels a lot different. However, one thing we probably won't be doing today, water rides. unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to do a water ride anyway with an ear infection right now. So
no.
Probably a good call.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
The one ride I definitely want him to do is Popeye and Bluto with the water effects that are properly working this time, unlike last time.
Right.
But yeah, that's definitely something we need to do for sure and all that. So, while we do that, we're gonna head over to Marvel's Superhero Island and do some of the attractions over there. And it looks like we got some characters out here in front of Wasamata U. We got Popeye and Olive Oil over here. First time I've ever seen them in this spot in particular, though. Normally they'd be over towards the front of the other side of Toon Lagoon.
I didn't know that they had characters here. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Popeye and Bluto, Betty Boop.
Betty Boop here, but I don't remember
just those. But yeah, so let's head over there. Well, we went over to the Pass Member Lounge because I didn't know it was going to be open that early. But look at that. We got our pass holder magnet. And
I'm
Kyle,
also a part of the pass holder family now, so.
How about that? That's your welcome gift there.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a long, chaotic line, but you know what? I've never seen it in that type of way before. But hey, better than nothing. Looks like we got some lights out here for Grad Bash, as you can see right over there. And the games, of course, right over here. But we're gonna go over to Marvel. We're gonna head over and do Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. Right now, it is a 45-minute wait. We'll hop in that line. And then we're gonna head over to Universal Studios, just because like I said, it is a little chaotic here right now. The studios is a lot more quiet.
Yes.
So let's head over to Spider-Man. All right, we just got off Amazing Adventures Spider-Man. Kyle, what a ride, huh?
Oh, awesome ride. Absolutely love it.
Pure 90s. Yes. Pure 90s, but hasn't aged terribly. It's aged beautifully. Gets better over time. It really does. So the wait times here in Islands are getting a little ridiculous, but I'm thinking we may as well eventually start migrating over to studios, just because. Excuse me there. So it's definitely one of those days, but that's what happens when you arrive on a Sunday, so nothing you can do. Just for curiosity's sake, to see if the wait time went up, and no, Spider-Man went down to 35 minutes, but it is over in this part of the area still, so that's rather interesting. So let's see, according to the time right now, if I can get my phone out, yeah, it's just past 12 o'clock, so I'm thinking we could probably get lunch, probably a Dino Burger, and if the wait time isn't terrible, we can go take the train over to Studios. What do you think? Let's do it. All right, sheer WeTheCoasters going on by. We ate at Burger Digs. Kyle, what'd you think?
Not bad. Just a simple bacon cheeseburger without the bacon, so.
I liked it. I had a good burger as well, so that was good. I've been having a lot of chicken during this trip, so I was like, you know, I gotta switch it up. I gotta have some burgers and beef and whatnot. So that was really, really good. So I felt satisfied, and yeah, this is how it went from there. So we're looking at the wait times and saying that Incredible Hulk's a 20-minute wait. I know it's kind of weird that we're kind of going back and forth in certain areas, because like the problem is that we were looking at WeTheCoaster, it went down to 60 minutes, but it does not look like 60 minutes. It probably still looks 75, for goodness sakes. It's part of the outdoors. Yeah, and so we'll wait on that for it to like totally die down, and then just kind of go from there, which, you know, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, we're obviously gonna be riding it no matter what. But I will say though, thank God we rode Hagrid's earlier. Yes. Thank God, because oh boy, that would be a nightmare.
We would be spending the rest of the day in line for that thing. Probably.
Yeah, no thank you, not worth it. That's why they say just rope drop it early and get it out of the way. So we're gonna head over to Hulk, and then we'll kind of go from there and head our way over to Studios. Alrighty, Incredible Hulk, currently a 20-minute wait. Let's get on the ride, put our stuff in the locker. All right, we just did a ride on Incredible Hulk. It's advertised for a 20-minute wait, and then it went down 15. Not bad.
No, not at all. And the Incredible Hulk was certainly incredible.
I see what he did there. Speaking of incredible,
that's the second time you've been able to catch it right on a launch. I know that happened last year too, so nice timing on that.
Am I that good or what?
Yeah.
But this is, I guess, what happens when you just come to these parks too dang often and you just know it. I mean, by that logic, you know all the times when the Beast will be coming right on by out of the station, huh? Or any other Kings Island ride.
Maybe.
Oh, come on. I got to pay to see that one day.
Haven't been there in a few years, so I have to pick some
We'll see, right? But in the meantime, so we're gonna stop with Islands Adventure, and we're gonna head on over to Universal Studios. So now let's get over to the other park. Now, just to mention, obviously we have not done WeTheCoasters. It is a little bit long of a wait, and they're definitely overestimating it for sure, because like it said when we last went over there, it was 60 minutes and it was still outdoors, like 75 from before. Yeah. So I'm not trusting that. I'm not gonna take a gamble. So we'll come back later, and I know when it gets close to close, there'll probably be less people there. Hopefully. Oh no, there will be. There will be. Even on a Sunday, there will. So we're gonna head on over to Universal Studios, and I'm looking at the wait time, at least that I'm trying to see on the app on the phone here. And yes, Supercharged is open. What do you think, Kyle? I think we should ride the last attraction you're missing.
I need to experience what you think is the best ride here, so
come on, I represent it here. Let's get to Studios right now. So this is new that we're seeing for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Look at this crane that is over here, and that is where they're gonna be doing a lot of the second half area over here of the roller coaster and all that. I mean, they got this thing really out there in full presence. Now, of course, Kyle, you've learned a little bit about it, not a whole lot, but a little bit, just enough though, and yeah, it's a rather big deal though.
Yeah, and they're wasting very little to no time here getting this thing constructed, so very impressive.
Now remember, you were here in August when they had Rip Ride Rocket, and of course, literally a little after it closed, they did not waste any time. And I mean, look at, they tore everything apart so much, and I mean, it is so unbelievable that they have wasted no time getting that ready, and they want this coaster open ASAP. And well, I mean, you know, look at next year. That's gonna be a really good time to ride it.
Yes.
And I mean, if you're looking out here in this spot, I mean, they covered this up, and then the walls have extended out all the way out to here. Like, it used to be a little bit, you know, closer. Now they've really expanded the spot. So, you know, if you're trying to go from Studios to Islands, this is the only way to go here. Or unless you do the super long way around, which I know no one would want to do that, but this thing is so massive. What they're doing in the project is unbelievable. I cannot wait for this roller coaster to open up. I know I've said some things in the past, but I am still very excited. Even though, let's be real, Supercharged is the better ride. So now we're gonna go into Studios. Let's have some fun in there. So one of the things I noticed here at Universal Studios was this work wall right over here, and I thought that was for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, but it's not really the case. But it's funny though, they have a sign for Race to New York star Jimmy Fallon because of the construction walls. Probably wondering how to get to it, and well, look at how far the walls are over here. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, basically they're just working on the pavement over here. They have a temporary ramp over here, and yeah, going from there. Well, last year I would have been very excited if Kyle got to ride this. Unfortunately, it busted, and 8 months later, finally,
here we go. This is it. This is the ride I've been hearing about for
the last big major attraction left in Universal.
For I don't know how many years I've heard him talk about this thing that he will defend until the day he dies.
Damn right I will. So. Right now, currently listed as a 20-minute wait, which ain't too bad at all for Fast and Furious standards. It was high at one point as like a 35-minute wait. Yeah, 35 if I remember.
A much higher wait than Fallon's been all day.
Oh, easily. That's been like a 10-minute wait all day, so understandable. Oh, Samway's over. That's right. I got confused. They always keep changing this up. So yes. Here's the bad news, however. Eventually it's gonna close.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, from how things are looking, the keyword, if things are what they are advertised, he may get to do this one other trip, which is in November, which, you know, is in November, as long as they don't pull a Rip Ride Rocket and say, now we're gonna close a little earlier than anticipated. So
maybe they'll rethink it and say, you know what, we're gonna leave it open. Oh, unlikely, but
no way. I wish. Come on, even I have more realistic opportunities on that. There's no way that's gonna happen. Poor souls. But one thing I have noticed though is that they have changed the cars in here, and they have got the cars out of the thing from here from before, the 4 here, and they have it set up for the new Fast and Furious.
I love that Challenger right there.
Oh yeah. Awesome. I believe these are from the exit if I remember correctly. And then they've also brought the bus over here too. So, wow. So they have already closed off this little area over here, and everyone's going on that side, which to be fair, I like that side better than this. That's just me.
I'm gonna look at this thing.
Yeah. Now, if you're a big car guy, then
when it comes to cars, I'm a big Dodge guy right here. This is really the one car that I would really love to get is a Dodge Challenger. These things are just awesome.
Oh yeah, I've always loved these type of Challengers. So these are nice. And what's cool, of course, in these type of cubes, you get a really nice view of them too. So, you know, that's very, very cool there. All right. You ready to see the family there, Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Family. Well, it took an extra 8 months. 8 long agonizing months. And we finally got attraction completion. See what I did there? Attraction completion of all the actual physical rides of Universal Orlando Resort.
There we go.
And the last one was Fast and Furious Supercharged. Out of all the rides possible.
Yeah,
like you couldn't script it. Like, okay, seriously, when we did Kings Island back in 2021, you advertised about Beast Night Rides. Guess what I didn't get to do? Beast Night Rides. And it'd take a whole extra year. Now you've done the ride. The moment of truth. How is it?
I don't understand why people hate the ride. I really don't. That was cool. That was really cool. I'm not going to go out and say, oh, it's the best ride ever, but it's good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Now, here's the true question. What's the worst?
Oh, easily Fallon.
See? There is a God. I have been saying that for years. Now, why don't you listen to me?
I mean, now there are some things I do like about Race to New York. It's really mainly the queue.
Which is, to be fair, a lot of things.
So.
A lot of people. But
I kind of went for my review last year. I obviously did that just for humor's sake there, but in terms of Race to New York, but there's a few things that I like. But this thing gets way too much hate right here. My God, I don't know. I don't understand.
Way overhated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whoever keeps review bombing this ride and trashing it, y'all suck.
Yeah.
You are not true theme park fans.
I agree.
You are total fraudsters.
Yes.
This ride deserves all the love, but you know, no, we got all these people who act like they are experts.
Now we rode in the back. Now we were in the very back row. That's the best row to be.
I would arguably say it is the best row. I would arguably say it is. Now, the funny thing is, you know, with the shop over here, obviously they have things for t-shirts and merchandise for the attraction, but I'm sorry, out of all the attraction shirts that are here, you ain't gonna compete with this. You're not gonna compete with this, guys. I'm sorry. Line up to get the best shirt ever. If only we would be able to sell that WeTheCoasters in the tea shop, but unfortunately the rides will be closing very soon. And
that sure should go in. If there was a theme park Hall of Fame somewhere, that a museum or something, that would definitely.
Especially the OG one, because like the funny thing is this, Kyle, if you think about it, I've worn that original version of that one since like 2019.
Yeah.
So and if you think about it, that's about 7 years almost I've been proudly wearing it. If everything stays the way as is, 8 years.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And I'm glad you finally got to ride it. I'm finally glad you got to ride it.
Worth the wait.
Oh my God. So now we got that. Now comes the true fun question. What now?
Yes.
Maybe we should see some of the shows we missed.
Maybe.
So, and MIB, because MIB is literally right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
So that's right. All right, now that Kyle has finally done all the physical attractions that he's able to do, how about we get on another physical attraction that one of my favorites as well. How about MIB?
Yeah, Men in Black Alien Attack.
Oh yeah.
See if I can do better than last time. Golly, I would sure hope so.
I hope you at least get the bonus. That's all I can say.
I don't think I can do any worse, but we'll see.
You won't get any worse, right?
Oh.
Anyways, right now it is currently a 25-minute wait. Not too bad per se. So let's hop on. All right, so we are planning to see Bourne, but we need to kill just a tiny bit of time. The keyword, Kyle, a tiny bit of time. So you know what's perfect? Transformers. And ironic enough, we got a Magnum it. Why not take a ride? 10-minute wait currently right now, so let's hop on. Okay, we finished up with Transformers. Had to do something really quick before we head over to Bourne. Let's go this way over here. Kyle, we did row 1.
Yes, we did.
A little jerky for whatever reason.
Still was good though. That ride kicks ass.
It's awesome. I do like it. It was like extra jerky. I'm just like, whoa, what is going on with this here? But yeah. Also, I think you can tell by hearing the music in Hollywood. So they have changed the music loops of Hollywood and New York, and they made some more like generic pop music and all that. So that's rather surprising to say the least. But it is what it is, I guess. So Kyle, What was the one thing we did not get to do from the first time we were here at
You
Universal?
didn't get to see any shows.
None. Zero.
Nope.
Not even at Epic. Now that changes today. Bourne Stuntacular. Now, you've never watched any Bourne movies.
No.
I've not either. Don't worry. I still haven't seen it despite seeing the show. But even if you've never watched Bourne, this is still a very, very, very great show. Beetlejuice is dancing to Taylor Swift. I just seen that. Oh my God, that's great.
Thought I'd see something like that, but here we are.
Welcome to Universal, sir. And how Beetlejuice can be. All right, Bourne Stuntacular. I'm super excited to get to see this show. So let's check it out there. Alrighty, we just finished with the Bourne Stuntacular. Kyle, you finally got to see a show here.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that fireballs, shooting, fighting. What could you ask for,
I'm not
man?
a big fan of using fire for something like that,
But
but it was cool.
the fire, especially the fireball at the end, huh?
Yeah.
That thing. I was like about ready to say, like, yeah, get ready for the fireball. I didn't want to try to spoil too much, but it was great though. So, right now, the time is 4:19. So, I'm looking at the wait times going on by, and I gotta open up my app because get refreshed and all that stuff there. But I'd say right now, studio still isn't really like terribly packed and all that. It's been very, I wouldn't really call it quiet either. It's just kind of, it's just there. So we're gonna go off the clip and I'm gonna take a look what the wait times look like. So looking at the wait times, at least Hagrid's has been dropping on the wait, and then VelociCoaster 75 seems to be the popular number and the stuck number today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been brutal over there. It was 35 at a point in time, but you know what? I'm glad you got to see Bourne. I can't be too upset about it there. But we're gonna head over to Revenge of the Mummy next. So let's go ahead and do an indoor roller coaster. All right, well that's a wrap for studios, but we're not done. We're gonna go back to Islands because, you know what? Why not?
Besides, there's a major coaster we're missing right now.
Yeah, we've done 2 of the 3 major roller coasters in Islands, and we've done 1 of the 2 at studios, and we don't really need to do the other, not just because, you know, Gringotts, I'm not saying it's a bad ride, it's good, but it's just been ridiculous with the wait times today. Really ridiculous. Oh wow, there's a guy with a Jaws 3D shirt. Oh, that's kick. Blue shirt there. I never thought I'd ever see that here, but that's awesome. But yeah, we just need to get back over there and get some rides in on VelociCoaster, because you know what? I think we could bite the bullet a little bit.
It's the best coaster here. It's worth the wait.
I would agree to that one there. I would argue it's the best coaster in Orlando.
I would say it's the best in Florida.
Oh yeah, but you can't go wrong with that, Stardust or Iron Gwazi. No. Like, I feel like no matter the choice, I would not choose anything wrong. Now, oh wow, look at that support that's right over here. Look at that.
Oh.
Man, this thing, I'm telling you, man, within the next few months, we're gonna see some really crazy work gonna happen. And I mean, I cannot wait. And I mean, I would guarantee, even for your sake, Kyle, by the time you get back here, hopefully in November, that thing is really gonna take full shape.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's next,
I'm telling you.
Keeping up with the progress of that new coaster.
Stay tuned for progress, guys, on We The Coasters. We're gonna showcase some of that very, very soon. But I can't wait, man. I'm like very excited for this. Although I wish it was Ghostbusters, still, we're getting a new coaster regardless. I don't care. I mean,
that's all that matters.
Exactly. I mean, we're spoiled here in Florida. We are spoiled, and I can't help it, and I am not afraid to say that. We are spoiled. How crazy is that, too? Like, we're just upset with the theme of the ride. Like, you guys are getting a new roller coaster. Try being like Michigan, like Michigan's Adventure. It's like, I wish you guys can get a new coaster over there. Painted Depression. Or you could be Maryland with Six Flags America, and you guys lost an entire park.
Oh.
Jesus. We're just spoiled for getting new roller coasters. Come on now. All right, let's head back over to Islands. Well, we finally did VelociCoaster. Is that right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Now, we did Row 2, which I haven't rode Row 2 in what felt like an eternity, but felt good. Kyle, what happened there?
How do I say this the polite way? I'm gonna give an uncensored review on Instagram, so if you want to check out that story. Some idiot on the crew doesn't know how to check bars without stapling the hell out of somebody.
Yeah. They were a little staple happy today.
Yeah, somebody came up, like one girl came over here and checked, and it was a little bit too tight. I said, can you loosen it up? They upped the bar. The guy comes over here and just staples the living hell out of me, even worse. It's like,
yeah, it's like, Jesus. Like, come on, guys, stop stapling. This isn't Steel Vengeance.
like, I don't know who pissed in his Wheaties this morning, but that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a little overkill there. So, we'll continue onward for the day, but at least we got WeTheCoasters done finally, though. Finally. Yeah. Just, I wish that was a little better for your case there. Let's continue. Well, for dinner, we at Captain America Diner. Another new place for you, Kyle.
Yes.
How was it?
Very good.
Yeah, Kyle had some chicken tenders, nothing too fancy. I had myself a hot honey chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese and the hot honey itself. I'm not a veggie person, so.
Neither am I.
So it's good enough for me, but the hot honey was amazing, though. That was nice. I'm telling you, Universal, they keep winning at this newer menu, man. I'm really digging it. So, we're gonna head on back to WeTheCoasters for just a few seconds, and then we'll see you over there. Pray to God he does not get stapled again.
I'm telling you.
Well, the sun is starting to set here for day one, and you know what that's gonna mean coming up? Sunset rides and night rides.
Yes. That's it.
And you know what? What perfect ride to do that than WeTheCoasters?
Exactly.
So that's what we're gonna head to right now. Get our second ride in, and maybe third. We'll see, depending on how quick the dispatchers go. I'm hoping they keep the dispatchers still at a relatively fast pace. Because credit due with the first ride, they were still flying the trains like crazy. So they were doing a really good job. So, anyways, let's head over and ride WeTheCoaster number 2. All right, so we got about less than 10 minutes to park close. Ride number 2 of WeTheCoasters. We rode the back row. Oh boy.
Same as last time.
I think it's safe to say WeTheCoasters getting a little staple happy here.
That's putting it mildly.
Man.
How to ruin your favorite coaster in the whole state.
Yeah.
Didn't have this issue in August. I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just out of hand. I know there's obviously a minimal to get in, which is obvious, but it's like when you're dealing with all that pushing, and I thought from before you looked like you were in, and then I seen the extra push.
I was in.
And they just gave the extra oh man, chill. So
it's granted, I realized that I could lose a few pounds here, but I don't think I weigh any more than I did last August. Never had this issue, so I just...
It feels a little frustrating.
Yeah, very.
So...
Wait all day to ride this thing, and by the time I get to ride it, they just...
Yeah, it kind of ruined the experience there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's kind of poor for him, and I don't even know what to say on my behalf. I had a good ride. I'm glad I did, but, this one was the bigger fan of it, so it feels kind of like a buzzkill. So, we're going to call it a day for day 1. And, yeah, kind of unfortunate way to end, though. Well, this is really, really cool. They are waving to everyone to go on home and get out or back to the hotel.
They're sending the Velociraptors out. Look
at that. Good night, light up and everything. Fist bumps. Look at that. Give him a fist bump. There you go. That's the spirit. Kyle, your first official day as a pass holder.
Yeah.
A little rough in the end, but how was the day overall?
Pretty good. My ear infection, hasn't been unbearable. So the antibiotics are making some progress here. That was my biggest concern for today. So
the wait times were a little on and off certain rides.
My feet are hurting again. Big
unfortunately
shocker there, but
need me more iconic duo. Kyle's feet hurting in a theme park.
Exactly.
Oh my God. But hey, a first day as a pass holder.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family. Family. I know, and the ironic part, you finally got all of the attractions. Which one you? Okay. You finally got all the attractions out of the way.
Yes.
All of them. I know we also didn't get to do a few that we didn't get to do that you already done, like E.T., Simpsons.
Yeah, I hope to do those tomorrow.
Yeah, but you finally got Supercharged that way. Thank God, and you got to see Bourne. So that was really good. Now, hopefully, the keyword hopefully, when we do day 2, we get to do horror makeup show. Because obviously, if you've not heard, like literally when we make this video, it's gonna be closing in less than a week to be revamped in some form. As far as what they do, we don't know. Like, they literally just made this announcement today. So
Yeah.
it's wild enough that they did that.
Second park on this trip that's happened, the Expedition Odyssey at
Yeah, Cedar Point, like last year. Yeah, SeaWorld, Cedar Point, yeah, like last year with Snake River. Which still blows my mind. And I know when we go back there in July, it's gonna look way different, so. And what's sad is I like that water right too. That was the worst part. I was like, dang. So, overall, day 1 is in the books. We will be back for day 2. It'll be a little warmer. Oh yeah, and the other thing we didn't get to do because of the weather today, water rides.
Water rides, yeah.
We're definitely doing Popeye tomorrow. We're definitely doing that.
Hopefully my ear is feeling up to it.
I hope so. Especially how, like with last year, not all the water was hitting in the right spots, so that was brutal. But all I know is, man, the wait to get past through here to get to the bus and through City Walk, yeah, that's gonna be fun to deal with. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, our X, and our Instagram. For myself and for Kyle, we'll see you guys for day 2 of We the Coasters Journeys at Universal Orlando Resort. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Peace.